What's going on, everybody? Steve here with Rake and Profit, and in today's video I want to do a June and July of 2026 updated income report in my Amazon FBA business. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Steve. I run a full-time operation buying items on eBay and then flipping them on Amazon. I've got a team of 9 virtual assistants. I run this business just spending 3 to 5 hours per week right now. It's a laptop lifestyle type of business. I'm buying physical products. I'm not drop shipping, and all the products that I purchase go to a prep center. So I have a third-party logistics company. When I buy them on eBay, they get shipped over. It's a company called Little Owl Prep out of Ohio. They receive all the products, they box them up, they send them to Amazon FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon, and then essentially I get paid. So over the last 12 months, I've done over $1.13 million, around $200,000 net profit, give or take. But in this video, I want to do a breakdown. I do it every single month, transparently sharing my revenue, my profit, net profit, my gross profit, all my expenses for transparency purposes. I feel like there's not enough people who actually make videos and share how they're doing. I've shared months where I've, made over $20,000 a month in profit, and I've shared months where I've lost money. So let's see how I did in my Amazon business. Now, in order to track my true net profit, I use a tool called Sellerboard. So you can see right here on my screen, this is a tool that I use. If you go to rakeandprofit.com/Sellerboard, you can actually get a free 2-month trial to Sellerboard, and it's a great tool. It connects to your Amazon account. It pulls in all your sales, all your income. You do have to input like your cost of goods, like what you pay for all your items and stuff. And you can put in like any of your overhead. For example, I have a prep center. I have software and tools that I pay for, bookkeeping, prep center, a bunch of different things, which I'll break down in this video. And this is gonna be a cool video because I'm not only gonna share with you my sales, which 99% of videos you watch on YouTube are gonna say, look at me, I did $1 million. But what did you actually make after refunds and after returns and after everything? Okay, so this is a fantastic tool. Definitely big shout out to Sellerboard. They're not sponsoring this video, but I love Sellerboard. They're absolutely fantastic. So definitely check them out. So let's jump into Sellerboard right now, and you're gonna be able to see inside of my account. So right now I set the date range to June 1st up until July 31st. Now I'm recording this August 9th. So again, I'm just sharing with you June and July. Normally I do this every single month, but I got super duper busy. Business has been crazy. As you can see, I've done over $250,000 in the last 2 months. So finally getting around to making this video. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below and be sure to like and subscribe. I make videos about 2 to 3 times per week, okay? So I did $264,542 in sales. I had 1,823 orders. Some people bought more than 1 unit, so I ended up having 2,142 units that were sold. My estimated payout after Amazon fees was about $196,000. After my cost of goods and, some of the front-end expenses, my gross profit came to $62,919. But then after, returns and refunds and paying my team and prep center, so on and so forth, I actually made $51,311.31. So over $50,000 net profit in the last 2 months, which is absolutely crazy. Now, if I scroll down, you'll be able to see that most of my sales are coming from Amazon.com, right, in the United States. So if you take a look, 99.9% of my sales are from the US. I did have 1 order for $215 in Brazil, and then I had 32 units sold in Mexico. One of them was returned for about $3,300, okay? So most of all of my sales are coming from Amazon.com, right, in the United States. Now, if I click more right here, this is what really makes Sellerboard interesting, because I do a lot of one-on-one coaching. I talk to a lot of people in my eBay to Amazon community, a lot of users of Replen Catcher. If you're wondering, like, how am I finding all these items on eBay to flip on Amazon? It's the tool Replen Catcher. Replen Catcher is the #1 tool for being able to pretty much find deals quickly on eBay. Now, there's a live stream of over 5 million products. You can create a filter and find those deals, or you can use the Replen feed inside of Replen Catcher and upload your own custom private list of replens. It'll pretty much track them on eBay, compare them to Amazon, and let you know when they're available so you can buy them. But anyways, this is really where you can see a lot of the magic right here and actually see what's going on inside of my business, right? I'm opening up the hood. I'm taking you in. I'm showing you the engine, okay? Now, this is what I wish other people would have done when I first got started. So I'm literally showing you the actual business right here. So you can see my total sales, total units sold right here, okay? These were all direct units out don't run any advertising. I don't have sponsored ads. It was all organic because I'm literally buying products that are already selling. I'm buying products that other people have created. I'm not building my own brand. I'm not doing wholesale or running ads or PPC, pay-per-click or anything. I'm literally just buying products and just piggybacking on listings that are already selling. So you can see right here, there's no ads or anything. Now, I did have some refunds here, okay? Now, not every refund is a complete loss, and I'll share this with you in a couple of moments. Some refunds are actually sellable. So when you get a return on Amazon and you're doing Amazon FBA, the product's gonna come back to the fulfillment centers, and someone who's working at Amazon is gonna look at the product and they're gonna say to themselves, okay, is this in the same condition? Is this in good shape? And they're gonna deem it either sellable or unsellable, okay? If it's sellable, then it's not gonna count towards the refund cost because I'm gonna put it back in my inventory and sell it. Now, if it's unsellable and damaged, which a lot of times they are, it's just the nature of the game. At least with my products, I sell a lot of new products, toys, video games, electronics, board games, office supplies. I do sell a lot of home improvement, scientific type of items in those categories. A lot of times those new items are opened and damaged, and like toner, a lot of times it can get busted up and smashed up at the warehouse. So if it does come back unsellable, then that's where it really counts towards the losses. Now, I do have an eBay seller friend of mine, Vinny, the toy master, who you might know, who does buy all of my returns. So I end up getting a couple pennies on the dollar, nothing crazy, but there is some money on the back end. So my total refund cost, if you take a look right here, came to $28,226, $4,977 in unsellable product costs. You can see my refund commission, variable closing fees, restocking deduction, principal, all of that. And then there was 11,532 that were sellable. So it didn't count against what actually Sellerboard is breaking down towards like a complete loss, right? Because it's gonna go back in my inventory and most likely sell and have no issues, okay? Now, out of my $264,542, you can see I paid $42,000 in fees, and this is the magic of Sellerboard. Again, if you're not using Sellerboard, just give it a chance. If you go to rakeandprofit.com/Sellerboard, you can sign up for a free 60-day trial. You can link your Amazon account to it, give it 24 hours. It's gonna pull in all this data, and it's gonna show you and share with you so much valuable information. I mean, all of this stuff is hidden inside of Amazon Seller Central, but let's be honest, who the heck has time to download a million reports and run it all through AI and try to figure it all out? I mean, it's an absolute nightmare. And this is from someone who's been selling for over 10 years. So you can see right here, it breaks everything down. So on Amazon, when you're selling and I'm FBA, there's different fees you're gonna have to pay. There's an FBA per unit fulfillment fee. I paid almost $13,000 in those fees. There's a referral fee. That's the biggest fee. I paid over $34,000 in fees. There's an inbound transportation fee. So that's when you ship items to Amazon. I paid $1,686. There's a new FBA inbound convenience fee. That's something new over the last couple of years. That's almost $800. And then there's, different fees, clawback fees, removal fees when items, you have to get shipped back. There's storage fees, variable closing fees, subscriptions. And I'm not sure why it's saying $85.90. Oh, okay, I get it, because I'm thinking 1 month. That was 2 months. It's like $40-something a month with tax and stuff for, your Amazon FBA storage or just having an Amazon Seller Central Pro account, whatever it's called. So you can see all the different fees here, and you can see everything, which is really cool. Warehouse damage, missing from inbound. So I'm not gonna go too deep into this right now, but you can see all of the fees right there, okay? Now, you could also see, this is my biggest expense, okay? And this is what a lot of the YouTubers and people on social media aren't gonna show you. Why? Because showing this doesn't help me to sell my software. It doesn't help me to sell courses, right? Unfortunately, and I don't mean this in a negative way, and I'm just being honest with you guys, the average person watching YouTube, and hopefully it's not you, they want smoke blown up their you-know-what. They want to be sold a dream. They want to know that, hey, I sold $1 million and I made $800,000 profit. And those people are going to buy my course. They're going to buy softwares. They're going to invest in my coaching because it's easy. That's the average person. They want easy. But I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm telling you the honest truth. Most businesses aren't running off of 70, 80% margins. And my business is no different. I mean, I have about a 20% net margin at the end of the day. And anyways, right, I digress. I'm going down a rabbit hole. But my biggest expense is my cost of goods, right? Cost of goods is how much I'm spending on my products. So I sold $264,542 in sales, but I paid $140,000 overall. Actually $133,000, but SellerAmp, they clump some different things in here as various expenses, missing returns, loss and damage, so on and so forth. But I paid over $133,000 on the products, right? So if you take all of that into consideration, plus my indirect expenses, so over the last 2 months, right? And I did put in a positive cashback, and this is for like credit cards and stuff like that. But outside of that, you can see I paid my legal team, right? So I have bookkeepers and, lawyer, so on and so forth, $739. Prep center, I paid almost $4,000. Software and tools, $315. I paid almost $10,000 to my team of 9 virtual assistants out of the Philippines, which, by the way, if you're looking for incredible virtual assistants, I highly recommend the Philippines. That's where I hire 95% of my virtual assistants from. You can check out our website, rakeandprofit.com/VA. That's, a website that I've been using for many years. It's really great. Check it out. And I don't know why I have another tab for virtual assistants. I might have classified the same thing under 2. I might have to double check that. Maybe I've overinflated my expenses, but I paid close to $10,000 either way on virtual assistants. So in Sellerboard, you could tag things. So I probably just tagged, it's probably accurate, but I probably just tagged VAs and virtual assistants separately for whatever reason. But regardless, if you take all of my income and then expenses, that's how you get to my net margin or net profit of $51,311. And if you take a look here, you can see my overall refund percentage based on my volume was 10.5%. I had 30% sellable returns. So 70% of my returns were literally damaged. And that's just the nature of the game when you're selling products like I am. If you're doing books and other items, the refund rate can be much less. If you're doing merchant fulfilling, it'll be much less. But when you're FBA, you're shipping stuff off to the warehouses. God only knows what's going on over there. So my total net margin came to 19.4%. That's after all overhead and expenses. Now, if I was running my business with no team, working 60 hours a week, no VAs, no prep center, because that eats a lot of my profit away. I mean, I would have earned an extra $15,000. I would have been up to probably almost close to $70,000 net profit if I got rid of my team. But in my business, I want to have a team to support me. I don't want to be working 60 to 80 hours per week. I'd be working 100 hours per week without my team, to be honest. They do everything from sourcing, listing, shipping, repricing, fixing stranded inventory. For me, I want to be able to, do other things with my life, right? So I could have made a lot more money and my overall margin would have been a lot higher. My overall ROI would have been a lot higher, but I'm willing to take that hit to have my freedom and have a 6-figure business, right? I mean, $50,000, and that's mid-year. We haven't even gotten to Q4 yet. I mean, this year, it's literally insane. It is insane how much more profitable eBay to Amazon is becoming. I mean, Amazon in general, there's so many people giving up, so many people quitting. The narrative floating around the community is there's no money to be made and it's so hard and you can't get ungated, this and that. It's lies, 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 lies. It's just a bunch of quitters regurgitating the same stuff over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong. It is getting a bit more challenging and it's harder in certain areas, but you don't need to be ungated in a million brands. Honestly, I'm selling a handful of brands over and over again, probably a handful of 20 to 30 brands, doing 7 figures in revenue and well over multiple 6 figures net, right? With just 20 to 25 brands. You don't need to get ungated in a bunch of brands. You don't need to, be doing all these crazy things and spending all types of money on building your own brand and wholesale. I mean, eBay to Amazon is absolutely insane, right? But, I digress. I'm not here to convince you to do what I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you from the inside out, taking you under the hood, that this business is extremely lucrative. And you can do this new as well. You don't have to be spending, $40, $50, $60,000 a month on inventory. You can start by just spending a couple of grand and starting slow. And that's how I recommend starting any business, right? Don't take my word or anybody's word on the internet. Start small, start slow. But if you are interested in learning, subscribe to the channel, right? I'm posting new videos all the time. Check out Replay Catcher. Ask a question down below. I'm an open book. I love helping, but just wanted to, give a full breakdown of, how my business did in June and July. And I'm excited for the rest of the year. Again, we just passed mid-year, and you guys all know, for anyone who's been doing e-commerce or selling online, the magic happens in Q4, right? October, November, December. And I'm hitting record months this year, mid-year. Actually, in Q1, I was hitting record numbers, Q2. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up, guys. But yeah, big shout out to Sellerboard. Without Sellerboard, I wouldn't be able to really grow and scale my business to the capacity that I am, because it gives me a clear line of vision into my numbers, the good, the bad. And I didn't even share with you all the different features of Sellerboard, right? I've made other videos before. You can go to YouTube, type in Rake and Profit, Sellerboard. You know, another amazing feature that I love, I'm not going to dive too deep into it, is I can actually look at every single ASIN that I'm selling and see how profitable it is. See the refund rate, see my net margin. That is huge for anybody doing online arbitrage or reflipping, you know, replenishables. It's absolutely incredible. So, you know, big shout out to Sellerboard, big shout out to Replen Catcher, eBay to Amazon flipping, big shout out to everybody out there making it happen. There is so much opportunity. It's not even funny nowadays in 2026. So with that being said, guys, much love. Hopefully you enjoyed the transparency in this video. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. With that being said, I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.